Have you ever considered that something right beside your bed, something you barely notice, could be quietly affecting your health each night? Most people haven't, especially as we get older. We start relying more on medications, scheduling extra doctor visits, and wondering what's going wrong inside us, without realizing the issue might be resting just inches from our pillow. From poor sleep and early morning grogginess, to memory slips and irregular heartbeats, the culprit might not be your age. It might be the low-level radiation given off by the very devices we trust to help us. Comment, "I'm protecting my health" below if you're serious about creating a safer space around your sleep. In this video, we're uncovering 5 common bedroom items that give off electromagnetic radiation, often silently and steadily. These aren't complex machines. In fact, they're things most people keep within arm's reach every night. And as we age, our bodies respond differently to this kind of invisible stress. What your system could easily filter out at 35 or 45 might now be disrupting your sleep, energy, or immune function without you realizing it. This isn't about stirring fear. It's about building awareness. Once you understand the small, consistent pressures your body faces at night, you can make easy changes that help your body recover better, sleep deeper, and feel clearer in the morning. So let's start by looking at the first item you might need to rethink: your cell phone. Your phone, too close for comfort. A surprising number of people sleep with their phone right next to them, on the nightstand, under their pillow, or even tucked in bed with them. The truth is, even when it's not actively being used, your phone is still emitting radiation. It's constantly sending and receiving signals, radio waves and microwaves, that are absorbed into your body, especially when the phone is close to your head. You might think, "But I've been doing this for years," and that's exactly why it's important. This isn't about one bad night. It's about long-term exposure during your most vulnerable state, sleep. Your body is supposed to restore itself overnight, but even minimal radiation can interfere with melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. Low melatonin doesn't just lead to restless nights. In older adults, it's been linked to a decline in memory, slower immune response, and elevated blood pressure. There's also concern about cumulative effects. Radiation doesn't stop at the surface. It can penetrate into tissue, and if your phone sits just inches from your skull for 6 to 8 hours nightly, researchers say it's worth considering the long-term implications. I'll tell you about Frank, a 75-year-old former railway inspector from Ohio. For months, he'd wake up with headaches and a fog that wouldn't lift until afternoon. He chalked it up to aging. Then one evening, his niece mentioned something she'd read about keeping phones near the bed. Frank decided to move his phone to a dresser across the room and switched it to airplane mode at night. The result? Within days, his headaches faded, and he started waking up with a clearer mind. So here's the practical tip. If your phone doubles as an alarm, switch it to airplane mode and place it at least 6 feet from your head. If you don't need it during the night, turn it off completely. This isn't about rejecting technology. It's about drawing healthy boundaries while your body does its most important work, healing. Your bedroom Wi-Fi router, a constant pulse. Let's talk about something even more subtle than your phone: the wireless router. It's small, quiet, and usually sits in a corner flashing tiny lights. But if it's in your bedroom, it could be one of the strongest sources of electromagnetic radiation in your home. And unlike your phone, the router doesn't rest. It emits signals non-stop, even when you're fast asleep. During sleep, your body shifts into repair mode. Your heart rate slows, your brain detoxifies, and your cells begin to regenerate. But these functions can be interrupted by the low-level pulses from nearby EMFs. It's like your body is trying to sleep while a faint but constant hum of interference is running in the background. Some studies have linked EMF exposure during sleep with higher cortisol levels, sleep disturbances, and oxidative stress, all things that speed up aging and reduce immune strength. And beyond the biological impact, there's a behavioral one too. The mere presence of high-tech devices near the bed often leads to late-night screen time or checking notifications, delaying the body's natural transition into rest. Let me tell you about Sandra, a 69-year-old retired florist from Oregon. She had a router sitting under her nightstand and often watched videos before bed. Over time, she noticed her blood pressure creeping up and her energy fading, even after what seemed like a full night's rest. Her doctor didn't find anything alarming, but a friend suggested trying a simple experiment, moving the router out of the bedroom and powering it off at night. Sandra gave it a shot. Within 2 weeks, she reported deeper sleep and fewer nighttime awakenings. Her morning energy returned. No medications, no new routines, just one small shift. If you want to try it too, you can plug your router into a timer that shuts it off automatically at midnight and powers it back on in the morning. Or move it to a different room entirely. These changes don't require you to give up convenience or live like a hermit. They simply give your body the quiet space it needs to recover and recharge while you sleep. 3. The electric blanket that stays on all night. There's something deeply soothing about getting into a bed that's already warm. For many older adults, an electric blanket feels like a little nightly luxury, a way to ease stiff joints or chase away the winter chill. But if that blanket stays on through the night, especially while it's still plugged in, it could be delivering more than just heat. Even when you don't feel anything strange, electric blankets emit a constant flow of low-frequency electromagnetic fields. These fields rest right on your body, touching your skin, your muscles, and your nerves for hours at a time. While it doesn't burn or buzz, it quietly interacts with your body's own rhythms, especially during deep sleep cycles. Your core temperature naturally dips at night to help signal rest and healing, but a heated blanket can interrupt that cycle, keeping your tissues too warm and quietly signaling your body to stay alert. What's more, certain parts of the body, especially around the pelvic region, are sensitive to long-term warmth and electromagnetic exposure, including delicate blood vessels and nerve endings. Take Carl, a 73-year-old from Iowa, who used his electric blanket religiously for over a decade. He believed it helped his legs relax at night, but he also experienced strange tingling in his calves, interrupted sleep, and frequent bathroom trips during the night. At a local health talk, someone mentioned the hidden stress from electric blankets. Carl began unplugging his blanket before lying down and switched to a microwavable heat pad for comfort. Within weeks, his leg tingling improved, and he started sleeping through the night. You don't have to give up warmth to protect your sleep. A smarter routine is to turn the electric blanket on 30 minutes before bed, then switch it off and unplug it completely before you get under the covers. Better yet, use a hot water bottle or natural heat pad. Both offer cozy comfort without radiation. Remember, our bodies are more sensitive than we often admit. What seemed harmless at 40 might quietly chip away at our vitality at 70. This isn't about panic. It's about gentle awareness and learning to listen to the signals your body gives you. 4. The digital alarm clock at arm's reach. Now let's talk about another common bedroom device that might not look like a threat at all: your alarm clock. That small digital clock with the glowing numbers may be quietly affecting your sleep more than you think, especially if it includes wireless functions like Bluetooth or smart syncing. Many alarm clocks today stay connected 24/7. Even if you're not actively using them, they may be transmitting low-level electromagnetic fields. And if you sleep within 2 or 3 feet of it, that radiation is directly bathing your brain for 6 to 8 hours every night. As we grow older, our brain's natural defenses, including the blood-brain barrier, become more fragile. That makes us more susceptible to subtle long-term changes. The effects aren't always obvious at first. You might simply feel foggier in the morning. You might find yourself waking up more often or struggling to reach that deep, uninterrupted sleep. Some people even report morning tension headaches or dull mental clarity until they remove or relocate the device. There's also the matter of light. While red LED light is generally less disruptive, many digital clocks emit blue or white light that can interfere with melatonin production. Even glancing at a glowing display in the middle of the night can trick your brain into thinking it's morning, pushing your sleep rhythm out of sync. Clara, a 66-year-old retired librarian from Vermont, shared her experience with me. She kept a Bluetooth-enabled alarm clock on her bedside table and used it to charge her phone overnight. Over time, she noticed more frequent headaches and a growing sense of restlessness, despite going to bed early. She finally switched to a battery-powered analog clock and moved her phone out of the room entirely. Within a few days, she was waking up without pain and feeling sharper than she had in months. Here's a tip you can use right now. Place any digital clock at least 3 feet from where you lay your head. Avoid models that connect wirelessly or light up in bright colors. And if it glows, either dim it completely or turn the display away from your eyes. You don't need to get rid of your clock, you just need to make it less intrusive. These tiny details may feel insignificant, but your sleep is sacred. It's where your brain repairs, your cells restore, and your energy is built back up. The fewer invisible distractions in your space, the better chance your body has to fully rest. 5. The spring mattress you've slept on for decades. Now here's the one that surprises most people. Your mattress. Not because it's uncomfortable or outdated, but because many spring mattresses contain hidden metal components that may amplify electromagnetic fields in your environment. Traditional innerspring mattresses are built with networks of metal coils. While strong and durable, these metal components are conductive. That means they can act like antennas, collecting and amplifying electromagnetic signals from your Wi-Fi router, smart devices, or even nearby electrical lines. And since you're lying directly on top of those coils all night, your body is receiving a concentrated dose of ambient radiation hour after hour. This might not sound like a big deal, but your sleep is a delicate process, especially as you age. Your immune system, hormone balance, and even cellular regeneration happen during the night, and prolonged interference, even low level, can affect your body's ability to fully enter and stay in deep sleep stages. Ronald, a 76-year-old veteran from Utah, had been battling sleep issues for years. He'd tried sleep aids, essential oils, blackout curtains. Nothing seemed to help. Then he read about the connection between metal mattresses and radiation. He replaced his old coil bed with one made of natural latex and foam. Just 2 weeks later, he reported falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up without the aches he thought were just part of getting older. Now, not everyone is affected the same way, but if you've already eliminated the usual suspects and your sleep is still troubled, it might be worth looking into your mattress. And if replacing it isn't an option right now, adding a thick natural topper made of wool or cotton can reduce direct contact with the coils and help insulate your body. Your bed should be a sanctuary, not just comfortable but safe too. The closer your sleeping environment gets to simplicity and stillness, the more deeply your body can heal and rest. There's something deeply unsettling about realizing that the very space meant to restore you, your bedroom, might be quietly working against you. And yet this is the quiet reality for many people over 60, 70, and beyond. We don't always notice the effects right away. A little fatigue here, a restless night there. But over time the small drains add up, and our bodies, once resilient and forgiving, don't recover like they used to. Think about the subtle things. The hum of a device left on overnight, the flickering glow from a digital screen, the phone you forgot to move off the nightstand. These aren't just harmless background details. They're invisible stressors nudging your nervous system, interrupting your deep sleep, dulling your clarity. And when you're older, every ounce of quality rest matters more than ever. But there's also good news in this. Because unlike chronic illness or genetic conditions, this is something you can change. You don't have to spend a fortune or give up modern life. You just have to become more intentional. Small decisions like moving your router, unplugging your blanket, or replacing your alarm clock can protect years of vitality, clear-mindedness, and ease. Take a moment and look around your bedroom tonight. Ask yourself, is this room still serving my health? Or have I filled it with glowing, buzzing distractions that quietly steal my rest? You deserve a space that heals you. One that's quiet, not just in sound, but in energy. One that lets your body drop fully into rest and stay there long enough to restore what life tries to take. If replacing your mattress or router feels overwhelming, start with what you can do today. Power your phone down or switch it to airplane mode. Unplug the electric blanket. Use a lamp with a soft bulb. Open a window for fresh air. Let your body feel what it's like to sleep in a space free from silent interference. These aren't just sleep hacks. They're acts of self-respect. A way of telling your body, I see you, I hear you, and I want to help you heal. Because so much of aging well isn't about expensive interventions, it's about removing the obstacles we didn't know were in the way. And let's be honest, getting older in today's world can feel like an uphill climb. So many things are built for the young and fast. But your wisdom, your peace, and your presence deserve a supportive environment. The choices you make around your bed each night are part of that. There's something quietly powerful about taking your health into your own hands. About realizing that even in the smallest ways, you still have control. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't need a doctor to confirm your intuition. If something in your space feels off, you're allowed to trust that and shift it. We hope this video has given you not just information, but inspiration. A reason to reclaim your rest and protect the precious hours your body depends on. You're not being dramatic. You're being wise. Because protecting your sleep is protecting your future. Before we go, we'd love to hear from you. What was one tip or insight from this video that stood out to you? Maybe it reminded you of something you've been meaning to change. Maybe it gave you clarity on what's been bothering you. Share it in the comments. We read every one. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss more health content made just for you. Your support means the world and helps us continue offering guidance you can trust. Thank you for spending this time with us. You deserve rest, you deserve peace, and you absolutely deserve to feel safe and strong in your own bedroom. Until next time, be well and sleep even better.